couple weeks ago, in my mailbox, my good old mailbox, I received this. It's Ox Baker Sr., or Ox Baker, if he was made by Hasbro. And I was taking a look at it, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's something about this artwork here that reminds me of the Hasbro figure that he was. And I got this from, you see that? The Toy Room. They reproduce all types of boxes and custom things, so check them out. Since 2003, Toy Room, custom boxes. They did an amazing job with this backing board. And I, scoured all over the place to find which Hasbro guy they considered would be a good one for Ox. And I found out that it was Jim the Anvil Neidhart. So, we're going to go from Jim the Anvil Neidhart to custom Hasbro Ox Baker. Join me. All right, breaking out the good old Dremel tool, and I'm going to start. Well, the one thing about the Anvil action figure from Hasbro is he was wearing baggy pants because he was part of the new foundation, which was him and Owen, but then before that it was they were called High Energy, and it was Owen Hart and Coco Beware, and that's where the outfits do. So I'm basically wearing MC Hammer pants, and Ox didn't do that, so I've got to do a little bit of removal of material to get them to look more like he's wearing tights instead of baggy pants. It's not that much work when you have a Dremel type tool. Mine's a lean, and you can get parts for. You can get a rotary tool, a decent one, Hobby Lobby, which they have a selection of them sometime. And then, but you can always go to Home Depot or Harbor Freight if you got one in your neighborhood, because Harbor Freight's the poor man's DIY lover's cup. So go get yourself a nice Dremel, and then if you do have a Harbor Freight, they have the grinding bits and the tips and everything else that you could need at a reduced price at Harbor Freight. So I went there and got a 200-piece Dremel kit, rotary accessory kit, and let's see, 276 pieces. That was like $20, but it has plenty of grinding, polishing, and tools and cutters. It's got a little bit of everything in there. I haven't ventured into it that much. We got, I got this sanding disc out that I'm using now. And yes, if you notice, I am wearing eye protection while I'm doing this, and I'm also wearing a glove to protect my other hand, because if that grabbed and started rolling, it wouldn't feel that great on my skin. And I might be a big old tough guy, but I bleed just as well as anybody else. So be careful, wear proper safety materials, and always cut away from yourself, never bring the knives toward you. I have hundreds of stitches on my body to tell me that, X-Acto knives are sharp. Here I am, I'm removing what they had as an elbow pad on the right arm. because Ox didn't wear an elbow pad on his right arm, so I'm just, sanding it down to make it flush and level. He also had wrist tape that I had to take off on the right arm, excuse me. I'm looking at it, it's left, but it's actually the right arm. So we did some work on him. And now the sanding. This is the funnest part. And the reason why I'm doing a voiceover on this instead of trying to talk while I'm doing this is because I would have been blown up really quick in doing the sanding, and you would have been hearing me huffing and puffing and not speaking very much. So I'm taking the time to try to make sure that you can hear and understand me. And I mean, you can hear and understand me, right? Okay. But I broke working on this into several parts so that they're shorter videos, because I've learned that no one wants to sit through a 4-hour video on just one thing unless it's very, very entertaining. And I've seen some. I know I've watched some, but I'm keeping them short and sweet. I got a little behind because of the new year coming up, and I got lazy. No, I've been working on editing, and I started working on the Legion of Doom Road Warrior hockey mask, and once I started doing that, of course, my paintbrush decided to no longer work for me. Just say, put it that way. And I went through a time of trying to find the proper replacements. Luckily, my second-born child, Logan, had Porsche airbrush and compressor. So now I have that, and then I have a smaller needle airbrush for finer points, and then I got a small detail brush for cars that I'm, it's like a large airbrush for like bigger areas, because I'm gonna try to do more things, more like car models and maybe spaceship models, and it'll help me cover a larger area more uniformed and make it look nice. Here I am, I'm cutting away at what was the goatee on him. I should have had one of my gloves on, at least one of my gloves on, but spoiler alert, I didn't cut myself on this one. Okay. But I'm slowly working, trying to be careful, and I should have, like I said earlier, make sure safety should be number one priority. So if you're out there, do as I say, not as I do type of thing. You get caught up in the moment of working on something, and the gloves are right there. You can see them on the table, right in front of me. But I'm too distracted on trying to get that goatee down so I can make a mustache and some big old eyebrows. I had to grind the top of his head down, and he had a flat top, so I had to add. In our next video, I'll be sculpting and adding milliput to build up the mustache, eyebrows, the top of the head, round it off. Build up the wrist tape on the left hand for the bird punch. And have a little bit of fun with time lapse on that one. Because sculpting takes a little bit longer than sanding, and I'm not going to completely have him sanded done by the end of this video because it's coming close. But I'll save some of the small details for off camera, because you want to watch somebody sand. Well, it looks like we're coming to an end of this video, so remember everybody, like and subscribe.